Welcome to Basement Faults
and Catapults. My name's Aaron.
And my name is Trevor.
And we're your hosts on a really exciting journey into sort of the heyday of Star Trek video games.
Yeah, when asked if I like Star Trek or Star Wars better, I always say I like them both, and I get a lot of flack for that. But today, I like Star Trek more.
I've always loved Star Trek more. It's not that I think Star Wars is bad. It's just, Star Trek always spoke to me.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot of really good storylines, lots of different series. There's a lot of controversy about New Trek, but the great thing is it's a tradition of every time there is a new Trek, everyone
pile on it.
Everyone piles on it.
Yeah, nobody liked Voyager when it first came out.
I hated Voyager when it first came out.
I've yet to meet a Trek. Oh, okay, I shouldn't say that. I've bounced off some of the new Trek, but that's okay.
I'm watching Academy. I don't hate it. It's because Starfleet Academy is now the new TV series. I was like, hey, remember Starfleet Academy, the game?
The game? And I actually remember Starfleet Command, the game more.
Yeah, I actually did. So Starfleet Command 2, I was involved because there was some multiplayer. Was it 2 or 3?
I was heavily involved in 3.
It was probably 3 then.
But
there were so many tournaments and clans and groups that were like competing against each other, and there were strategies to like how when you fired your weapons and when you strafed the enemy so that you could like absorb the most hits.
Yeah, and you wanted to make sure that you were within the best arc to get them with the most weaponry. It was something special.
That game has a special place in my heart. But you know what else has a special place in my heart, Aaron?
What, Trevor?
Klingon Academy. Amazing. So this is actually the original folio for the 6-disc.
Our younger
Academy.
Viewers are going, why is that?
Yes.
Games used to come in physical discs, and then they got upgraded to CD-ROM.
They did.
Oh God, do you remember the zip discs?
Oh no, I hated the zip discs. Or the tape drives.
Okay, that's going way too far back.
No. Like tape drives are still used today for backups. It's terrible. Anyway,
gross.
They're still considered to be some of the most reliable forms of backup when stored correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
So Klingon Academy. It was Starfleet Academy came out first.
Yep. And,
played that on the Super Nintendo. Yeah. Back in the day. Little console gaming.
Oof. There was a DS9 game on the Sega Genesis that I played. It was like a time travel-y prophets, like the prophets of the wormhole.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't remember enough about it. I just remember I couldn't get past the first level.
I think it's safe to say there's been a lot of Star Trek games, and not all of them have been a hit.
Not all of them have been good.
Yeah.
What's really interesting to me is sort of the difference in licensing. Like with Star Trek, they weren't too protective of their license. You could get the Star Trek license relatively easy. And in point of fact, some of the first games on early DOS were Star Trek licensed because, nerds.
Yeah, I actually found out the other day through the research we were doing for some of our shorts.
Yeah.
That EGA Trek was actually licensed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, EGA Trek was totally
licensed, and which is wild to me because before, everybody, if you have that little blue port for a monitor on the back of your computer, you probably don't anymore. But that little blue port was called VGA. Prior to VGA, we had EGA, which was it was basically how your graphics were being rendered.
Yeah.
And so for some reason
Super VGA,
yeah. And so we ended up with EGA Trek, which was like basically stars were just little asterisks and like every other star was just like a period on the screen. And it was Klingons were like a K floating around space.
Romulans were an R.
Yeah. And very basic game, but Klingon Academy was, for me, in my heart of hearts, I remember it as being one of the best games for visible battle damage on your ships, for the shield effects. I mean, okay, so imagine this: you're battling your friend in multiplayer,
yeah,
or maybe you're co-op, and you're up against an indomitable foe.
The Federation.
And they're chasing after you, and you're like, okay. I'm going to full power to the shields. Mm-hmm. I'm going to fly into the corona of a sun. And I'm going to outlast them because they're shooting at me, but I'm full power to the shields. The sun will take their shields down first. I will then get out of the corona. And while they're still in the corona, full power to weapons, and I'll demolish their nacelles and blow up their ship. I just remember how amazing the graphics were at the time. In my mind.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
Now, keeping in mind, this was 2000. We're playing on CRT monitors.
720.
720p at best. Probably running a 15-inch monitor.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah. Let's be very real here. Most people are probably playing at 480.
Yeah.
On a 12-incher.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, television was 480p.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was what a television broadcast was. Whether you had a 32-inch TV or not, your broadcast was 480p. And this is why when you go back to like Star Trek The Next Generation, the very first broadcasts of Star Trek Next Generation were at 480p. Then they released like DVD or whatever remasters, and these were 720p, which was what they were filmed in.
Yeah,
and then they were eventually rescaled to 1080p for the HD releases. So it's kind of like, man, like this is an archaic game.
Yeah.
From the time before time. Long ago.
What's really fun to me, though, is just the limitation often breeds creativity.
Yeah.
So, like, being very limited into the technology and the power of a graphics processor, what they did to do the scale that they got. Because a lot of it they got away with by cheating. A lot of it's empty space, right? So they could do more detail on the ship.
How many polygons do you need in space?
Yeah, exactly.
Not a lot. And almost all the surfaces are, I mean, we're talking, they're not really even textured. They're
brush strokes.
They're like very simple, low grade textures. Again, people were playing at best 720p.
Yeah, so you didn't really.
You could really, ham it up with saving on space. Now, where they didn't save on space and why there's 6 discs is because of the cutscenes.
Christopher Plummer!
Yes, we've got Christopher Plummer. We've got Michael Dorn.
Live action Michael Dorn? Or just
live action? No, you get live. I do recall we get live action Michael Dorn in some of the cutscenes.
If you tell me we get Denise Crosby, I'm there.
Unfortunately, no Denise Crosby. No, because it's Klingon Academy.
Yeah, but, the Klingon...
they did capture her.
The Duras has worked with the Romulans when Sela was running around, so, like...
Yeah. I mean, in this case, we're pre
Duras.
We're pre Wrath of Khan. Because we have General Chang.
But General Chang had his big moment in the universe in what, Undiscovered Country?
That's when he died.
That's when he died.
Dies.
But he was a general before that.
Yes. And so in this, Christopher Plummer is actually a little bit older than he was when he did Undiscovered Country.
Yes,
and
he would
be. Not by much. Undiscovered Country, if I recall, was
90s.
like early 90s.
Yeah, 93, 94.
So this was 2000, so it's not that much further down the road.
No, not really.
But the cutscenes, 700 megabytes a disc. You guys, this video that I'm going to upload to YouTube in 4K is probably 80 to 100 gigabytes by the time all said and done. So you can imagine the 700 megabyte CDs. They had to do some magic to make these things fit on a disc, and there's like
the compression technology at the time.
They used to use like QuickTime, and Real Video, codec. And different. Like we didn't have no H.264.
No,
right?
No, and quite often these guys would develop their own. Like there was no sort of universal codec pack yet. Yeah,
this one is using like a video player type deal integrated into the game to play it back. So it is codec essentially. But so the cutscenes are great. We've got Christopher Plummer.
Back
as General Chang doing the voice acting, and I
the
had
occasional cutscene.
I had Aaron watch the intro cutscene.
Woof.
Basically, I believe they're on Kronos.
Yep, they're on Kronos at the Elite Academy.
The Elite Academy, yes. The Klingon Academy.
The Klingon Elite Academy.
And he's giving his speech to the new recruits.
Yeah.
And, actually, as bad as the video is, the Christopher Plummer scenes they're decent for its age.
Yeah.
But the 3D world that Christopher Plummer is being green screened into is pretty horrendous.
Pretty bad.
Pretty horrendous.
What's really interesting to me, though, is like Christopher Plummer to me has always been such a warm actor. Like you see him on set, you see him on screen, and he's got this. He draws you in. He's very magnetic.
Yeah.
And then he
should have played Magneto. Yeah.
He should have. I mean, Ian McKellen though. Like,
Ian McKellen.
You know what? If they could have both been amazing.
I know,
But
right?
moving along, what was interesting to me was just how stiff he appeared in those.
Yeah.
And like again, we're talking the limitations of the time, so he was probably told like you can only be in these frames, like you can't move around too much.
Yeah, he was far less stiff, obviously, in Undiscovered Country.
No, in Undiscovered Country was amazing.
General Chang's one of my favorite characters, actually, from that, because, he's this Christopher Plummer, who's a great Shakespearean actor, brings the Shakespearean acting into...
But you have not heard Hamlet until you've heard it in original Klingon.
Original Klingon. Yeah, and I believe at one point he goes... if you prick me, do I not bleed?
Yeah, quotes Merchant of Venice.
Yeah.
A lot of Shakespearean bits, because General Chang is such a Shakespearean villain, right?
Yeah, which is great for Christopher Plummer, and it's an amazing role and an amazing villain.
Yep. Excellent villain. One of the closest moments Kirk ever got to defeat.
Yeah, and so
like not even Khan pressed him as much.
No, Chang was also like a brilliant strategist.
Yeah,
and this is why I love General Chang being positioned as the leader of the Klingon Academy, the one that's training all the new recruits, kind of the head of the academy, because he would make sense as the general to kind of be the leader of the next generation of Klingon recruits. So I guess he's the good guy in this one.
Well, I mean, he's the Klingon in this one.
Yeah.
He's the Klingon's good guy.
And we're Klingon in this game.
Klingon.
And he's Klingon,
and
so we're all buds.
what's really interesting is this concept that if you're going to start a war, which Chang is, like that's Chang's modus operandi, he wants to start a war with the Federation.
Yeah.
The idea of not just starting the war, but also training the officer corps that's going to fight that war, right? Yeah. Like that all speaks to Chang. So it was very clever that they chose to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a core strategy, right? Before you want to start a war, you train a bunch of new soldiers.
Yeah.
Pump them out as quick as you can.
And not just soldiers, but officers. You want your officers to not only be trained by either yourself or people who are already loyal to you, right? Yeah. But you want to train them with the idea that this is going to happen, right?
So, you're going to get the opportunity, Aaron, to partake in the training simulation for the Klingon Academy, and then maybe try a couple missions.
To fight and die for the Empire?
You get to fight and die for the Klingon Empire.
There could be no greater honor.
The honor and glory.
Kapla!
Kapla! Which means goodbye and hello?
I always thought it was more like victory or death.
Could be.
I don't really remember.
It's like I say kapla and you say kapla. Kapla, kapla. Yes.
Copyright strike. No,
I don't see how. That's parody. That's
clearly parody.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
I want you to try the game.
I will try the game.
Come back and give us your perception.
I'll tell you about it.
I want to know what you think about it.
I'm going to be very forgiving on the graphics on this one, guys, because again, we got to remember the era.
And I got to tell you, this game holds a nostalgia in my heart, so just be kind.
I will eviscerate it.
But I want you to be honest.
I will hold its bloody carcass in front of you and be like, is this a man?
Right? Is this a man or a targ? Yeah. All right. Well, hey. We'll catch you on the other side. All right, let's go play some Klingon Academy.
We don't do the blue.
Let's do it. No, let's do it.
I don't want it anymore.
No, we got to fade. Come on, come into the fade. Come into the fade.
We're back.
All right.
Amazing.
We played some
Klingon Academy.
Klingon Academy.
I don't think I'm cut out for the command chair.
You're just not a hardened Klingon warrior.
Not a hardened Klingon warrior.
Yeah, me neither, apparently.
Well, you put a batleth in my hand, I'll carve my way through, but
Put a ballot in my hand, I'll probably cut myself by accident.
but you can't put me in that command chair, and oh boy.
Oh, boy, indeed.
Boy.
All right, Aaron. Well,
Let's talk.
let's talk. So, you got to go through and watch Christopher Plummer
Yeah,
as General
absolutely.
Chang.
Really, really well done on those cutscenes. And then sort of the technological, not innovation, because everything that they did had been done first by another game.
Yeah.
But they really executed it well. I will say this: it was a very in-depth simulator. Like the command schemes, the controls, all of that, really in depth. And if like you're here to command a spaceship, ooh baby.
Yeah, it is very much a spaceship simulator. I kind of harken back to the original X when X came out.
Oh yeah, the first round.
Yeah, because it was an extremely technical starship space simulation.
Yeah.
And this kind of feels a little bit like they kind of went for that more technical, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think X3 is when it got a little more arcadey.
Yeah, X3 got a little bit more arcadey, but it's still very highly technical, and it is not like a small learning curve.
No.
So Klingon Academy is kind of the same. So walk me through it. What was your experience through the training missions and your first time at the Academy of the Klingon?
Academy of the Klingons. Well, I will start off by saying it felt really cool to be in charge of the spaceship, right? You being in charge of Katinga class cruiser, like it felt really cool. It felt really good. Or is the Katinga destroyer? Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
It's it's like a battleship, basically.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that has meaning.
It does. It does.
Like a battleship is big, but moving right along.
It's a cruiser class, technically.
A Katinga is a cruiser class.
Yeah, if you want to get into it, it's technically a cruiser class. Yeah.
Okay, good. Nah.
By my
It matters.
It does matter.
Like cruisers are generally the step between destroyer and battleship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're meant to be fast and they hit hard, but they're not as robust as their battleship equivalent.
Yeah. The K9 Katinga's similar. It's a cruiser, which is actually similar to like a Miranda class. Is more like a cruiser kind of equivalent. Like the Constitution always ranked it as like the K9 Katinga was somewhat superior to the original Constitution class in its firepower and its armaments. Because they always kind of positioned like the Enterprise, the NCC 1701 as like kind of maybe comparable to a bird of prey.
Right.
Whereas like the Enterprise D was like a battleship compared to a bird of prey, right?
Right. And then when we're talking about like the new Sovereign classes, that's a whole different.
That's like your
those are capital ships.
Capital ship. Yeah.
Those are ships of the line.
I was always thinking like the Romulan warbirds were in my mind in my story mode was always that the Enterprise D was equivalent to like a Romulan warbird. Now, a Romulan warbird, though, and they did this in the Next Generation a couple times where they were kind of like, well, I'll destroy your ship. Well, your ship will get destroyed too. So they kind of leaned into like the Enterprise D being similar to that and then similar to like the higher end Klingon warships. Yeah.
Well, because what the Romulans had you know what? We're getting distracted. Back to the point. So it really felt like you were sitting in that command chair.
Yeah.
What I disliked, and this is probably a personal gripe, is the constant need to monitor and issue orders.
Yeah.
Right. When I issue orders to match target speed, it should be dynamic. My ship should be constantly matching speed, either maximum thrust or whatever. And the fact that it didn't was kind of frustrating because that is something I'm micromanaging, and on top of that, I'm micromanaging the weapon systems, the engineering systems, and it could get very overwhelming, especially if you're not used to this genre or if this is your first foray into this genre.
Yeah.
So I think that's a mark against it.
Yeah, to match speed, you literally would have to do like, so let's say helm is 2 and then match speed. So you're pressing at least 3 numbers.
It was like two to activate Helm, and then I think it was 7 to match target speed.
So you basically, if you want to constantly, you're hitting 27, 27, 27, 27 constantly just to keep matching with the variable speed.
In addition, you're targeting weapon systems. And things like that.
Yeah.
So I could see that being frustrating. I didn't end up using the Helm commands at all. I just said full impulse, and then I started using the
throttle control.
The throttle control, so I could throttle up and throttle down. And I felt that more responsive.
Yeah, I agree.
But ultimately, again, I'm not used to this genre. God, weapons are rough.
Oh, yeah.
But again, and to be fair, I'm coming from an FPS background where I point, I shoot, right? Even weaponry where it's in FPS we talk hit scans, which are you click and you hit, right? And then you talk lead weapon, whereas a weapon that has a travel time. So the fact that these weapons, which are traveling at the speed of light, had lead time was frustrating.
Yeah.
And while I understand that, they're thousands of Ks away, it's like, yes, but the way they are portrayed on your screen, they don't look that way, right? They look within ranges.
Yeah.
So that was a frustration for me personally.
Klingon weapons suck.
Yeah, well, and then there's that again, because Klingon weapons are direct energy. They are.
Now there was something I noticed that there was an option in one of the control screens to allow the weapons to, instead of a free fire, they would
aim down the board.
They would either bore sight. There was one other option in the system control that was like auto targeting.
Okay.
And I don't know if that has any bearing at all on the Klingon ships. But
and that was another thing. Like, if I'm supposed to be the commander, why do I have to fire the weapons manually? Can't I just order weapon firing?
Yeah.
Right? So that was another thing to talk about.
I always dreamt of the day where, because I remember playing the game when I was younger, and it was like, I'm just like 7412, 27, just commanding and just knowing off by heart all the number systems.
Yeah.
You play it for like 8 or 9 or 10 hours, you just know all the number commands, you just memorize them.
And that's true.
But I did dream of a day where you could just be like, Helm to full impulse, right? And, but it's not, even Bridge Crew is not even voice command. It's still, like, it is, but it's to people.
Yeah.
But imagine that game where you're voice commanding single player, and we still don't have that.
No, still don't.
No.
Nope. Well, Palantir's given it us with drones. We can do that with drones now.
Drones, strike target.
Yeah, we can do that drones.
Yeah.
But still can't do it in video games.
No.
So, and I want to be very clear here, I'm bouncing off this game. I'm the problem with this game. It is not to my taste. It's not to what I enjoy.
Yeah, it's not your genre.
And that's okay. That is okay.
Yeah.
It is okay for me to not like it, and it is okay for the game to exist.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to try to be fair in the judgment. In terms of graphics for the time period, it is really impressive, right? Those 3D rendered vessels, the fact that they show damage as they take damage.
Destructible ships.
Yeah. The shields, the way they show when they're hit.
They glimmer.
Like that's an episode of Star Trek, and they needed a supercomputer.
Yeah.
That is a true story. The TNG.
Yeah.
That was a supercomputer rendering it.
Yeah.
Out of Japan.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. So they needed a supercomputer, right? And we got it in the comfort of our home, which is really cool.
In the year 2000.
The year 2000. Like 2000. God, it was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. Honestly, though, the graphics are what the battle graphics are really what really keep me thinking about this game, because like the ship combat, the warp nacelles blowing out, like we steered around there in our playthrough, and it's like, oh no, the original Enterprise is missing a nacelle and it's exploding.
Guys got rocked.
It's just it still warms my heart to see it today.
Yeah, and it was really well done, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the bulk of their memory allocation went to the ships.
Oh yeah,
because like those planets were rough.
Oh, they're rough. Yeah.
And that's okay. Right? Again, limitation breeds innovation, and this is where their limitations are running in. Because 2000, I think that was the beginning of the Voodoo graphics era.
Yeah.
So what? 4 gigs of memory.
2000 would have been probably the Nvidia would have been.
It wasn't GeForce.
No, it wasn't GeForce yet. It was like the MX4.
Yep. Radeon, the Sapphires.
Radeon Sapphires, yeah. We were still probably talking about like the ATI 128 Rage Pro, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, early graphics. I was just thinking, I gotta get this out of my brain, was that we didn't get this deep into the game, but when you get into simulating or playing with friends, you can get to the point where it's like, okay, I disabled your impulse drive. I'm gonna tractor beam you, and then I'm gonna fly towards the sun, deactivate my tractor beam, and watch you slowly burn up into the sun.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really cool things that you could do in the game, but
I see the systems and all of that, and yeah, absolutely, it's really cool.
But it's complex.
It's complex, and it's for all the franticness of it. It's slow.
Yeah, it is. It is slow. Yeah. Especially, I was watching you steering and controlling, and it was really hard, and then I was like, let me try it, and then I'm like, oh no, this really is difficult to get a clear shot.
Yeah. So I appreciate what it was doing and how committed they were to it.
Yeah. It's not as good as I remember. Very few things in life are.
Nostalgia is the greatest spice, right?
It is. It is.
I still, to this day, if you say, "Hey, have you ever played the Duke Nukem 2?
Yeah.
And Duke Nukem 3D?" I'll be like, "Oh, some of the best."
Yeah.
And Duke Nukem 3D,
was it really bad?
It's not really bad. It's just it was janky.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was important for the era, but you can't really look at it in the same lens. You can't go back to it.
So audio-wise,
gorgeous, excellent sound design. When I heard the cloak happen, I knew the cloak was happening.
Love that sound.
That cloak sound, man. That whoa,
yeah,
so good.
There's nothing. I think that there's very few sounds in the world. They do exist, but there's very few where I could hear that sound and know exactly what it's from. And the sound of a cloaking ship in Star Trek is immediately I'm going to recognize that sound.
Hardwired into my brain.
Yeah.
It's I know that sound. I know what just happened.
Yeah.
So that excellent sound design.
You can hear the explosions in the bulkheads.
Yeah, you can hear the explosions and the impacts. Yeah. The weapons didn't sound as punchy as I would have liked.
They weren't very punchy.
But that's again I'm not going to lose any sleep over
the phasers are just
yeah, I want that sound,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I want it to sound like a drill going through my teeth.
Yeah.
Maybe not that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I want to hear it but not feel it.
Yeah. But God, they nailed the sounds they did. Right?
Yeah. And it's very light on the sounds. There's not it's a space game. You pointed out while we were playing that it doesn't have a lot to do. It's basically just a couple of ships in an empty space.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and again, they chose where to put their resources, and that was the ships.
Yeah.
The ships are gorgeous. Yeah. And they nailed a couple sound animations, but memory wasn't. Nowadays, designers can get away with a lot because memory and power is just so free.
Yeah.
Right. But back in those days, they had to optimize within an inch of their lives.
One of the things that I really loved about the gameplay of Klingon Academy was that how they had so many subsystems. You've got your crew, your hull, your shields, your weapons.
It was massive.
And weapons, you even have primary and secondary weapon damages.
Mm-hmm.
And the amazing thing is that depending on and this was for the year 2000, that's pretty incredible. Depending on where on the ship your weapons hit, depended on which subsystem was damaged.
Yeah, location-based damages.
Location-based damage.
Not to brag, but FPSs have been doing that since the Quake era. But
well, yes, FPSs, but not these kind of space.
Not those kinds of space battles. Yeah, and there's a sense of scale that I think it captured very well. It felt I'm in a big space area and things are happening.
Yeah. Except when you're next to a moon, and for some reason that moon is like,
Yeah, you're a quarter of the size of the moon almost.
and
It's
then you're like almost hitting the moon. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, is it a moon or just a space rock?
Yeah, what is this? This is
Asteroid, maybe.
Because like,
So what did you think overall of? And be honest. I mean,
okay, yeah,
it's been
will be.
26 years since this game was released. What did you think of the gameplay? What's the good? What's the bad?
So I'm going to be kind here because it's Star Trek and I'm biased. It is an excellent in-depth simulation of commanding a craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like being in charge of all of these decisions, the micromanagement. The big issue for me was you're given to understand that you're commanding a ship. And when you're commanding a ship, I say, Mr. Twos, target the weapon systems. Yeah. Engage. My job is done now.
Yeah.
Your job has started.
You shoot the things. I don't want to shoot the things. You shoot the things.
You shoot the things.
Yeah.
So it was weird in the sense that I had to do both of those things. I had to order the weapon systems to come online and to target, and then I also had to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that sort of like, well, why can't I just shoot then? Like, if I'm already doing all of it, why do I have to go through this convoluted order scheme and now I can like,
if I'm the captain, why am I scrubbing the deck?
Yeah, exactly, right? And that part started to like bounce me. The full bounce occurred roughly during that stupid mission.
Yeah.
You're chasing down the USS Target.
Yeah, the USS Target 1.
Excellent naming.
So good.
But you're chasing down this USS Target, and it is, if this were a real battle, it would have kicked my ass.
Yeah, your shields were down to like
my
gone.
shields were down almost all the time. I was ripping my vessel left to right. I can never get a good bore shot. Like, it was rough.
Yeah.
And as the Klingons' like greatest attack, if you will, is they cloak, they line up for an attack run, they decloak, unload, and then cloak again, right? It's sort of this wolf pack tactic. But I was denied my ability to cloak.
See, yeah, and this is the messed up thing. I've played the entire game story mode, start to finish.
Yeah.
And I recall it being like not that hard. And then playing it now and seeing like, oh, I can't for some reason even line up a shot. I feel like my brain's been rewired with games over the last 26 years that
that's also a very real thing that happened. Right?
Yeah, like it's so responsive. New games are so responsive and so, like you said, FPS, you shoot, it hits the thing because it's immediate, that my brain no longer thinks in that kind of like that long-term tactics.
Even if we're to do a bigger scale thing, like when we were playing MechWarrior 5, right? That's big scale, and energy weapons, you did have to lead a little bit, right? But it felt responsive, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It was like, it didn't seem to be difficult to line up a target.
Yeah.
And I like, this is kind of the thing, if you look at how Star Citizen was originally planning their space combat, it was very technical. It was very like, you need to know how to pilot a spaceship in zero G to make this work for you. Yeah. And then since they've changed it to be more arcadey because the general populace is better with arcadey. And I think I've become better at arcadey than I am at whatever this is. Yeah.
And that's like a key idea of game design is like you should not punish fun, right?
Yeah.
You should incentivize fun.
Yeah. Like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, I feel like if I went back and I played any of those games, I'd probably be really bad at it.
Well, I think X-Wing was pretty arcadey. I know the Wing Commander games were like to this day, Wing Commander 3 is one of my favorites. Wing
Commander 3 is one of the best games ever made.
Yeah, like maybe we'll do one of those later. But anyway, yes, I bounced off this game, and I think it's because I've just become originally, like, my first games were RPGs and FPSs, right? Yep. And RPGs, you had to cue your commands and then it happened. And FPSs, you pull the trigger, things happen. Whereas this, it felt very floaty, like I was both disconnected and it might have just been the training ship and how annoying it was to fight a Federation vessel.
Yeah.
But it felt like I was being punished for things that they were getting away with.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too. Like they were so maneuverable and faster.
Yeah. And they could fire off-bore shots, whereas I had to line mine up.
Yeah.
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 And again, I was denied the greatest weapon in the arsenal, which is the cloaking device.
Yeah, and this is a training mission.
Yeah.
Why is the training mission so hard?
Oh my god.
Oh,
it was the mere fact that they can do hull damage.
Yeah, like we literally didn't take their shields down at all. Not once.
I won by ramming.
Yeah, ramming speed. Literally. And then I was like, I can do it better. And then I was like, kill them by ramming.
Ramming speed.
Aaron has the right strategy here. Just ram them till they explode. Yeah.
Just ram them. So all in all, like, very impressive game. And the people who love this style of game, this is perfect for them, right?
Yeah.
I bounced. So unfortunately, that's going to cut into my personal fun rating. So, like, overall, I'd say that graphics-wise, where they put their money in, they got it. They got their money was worth.
So, in the year 2000, what would you have rated this in graphics?
In the year 2000,
out
I
of
would
10?
have given it an 8.
And what would you give it today?
Nowadays, it's going to be a solid 4.
Yeah, like a 3 or 4. Yeah. It's aged. It's aged.
And, like... What, 2000, we're still in single processors.
Yep.
We had just started to get into, like, 3DFX.
I think in 2000, the fastest CPU that I knew of was probably around 800 megahertz, if I'm
I mean,
ballpark.
2000, we're talking Lift Tech 1 for the engine. We're talking the Quake, the Unreal 2.
Yeah.
Or the Unreal Engine. No, not even Unreal 2. Unreal 1.5.
Yeah, Unreal running on the Voodoo card. Yeah,
running on the
It was
Voodoo
like 2000, 2001.
Yeah, right? Like, this is woofta.
Yeah.
These are early days, and that's okay. Like, that's fine. But if we were to look back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, back then, 8. Now, 4.
Audio out of 10.
Audio out of 10. God, the sounds that they nailed. Like that cloaking of a sound shivers. The sounds of the shields getting
How
hit.
about all the voice acting?
The voice acting, Christopher Plummer, like, mwah, Michael Dorn, just ripping into you for being a new cadet.
Michael Dorn ripping into you for being like, I am not Worf.
yeah. Not even, and for me, that was kind of a silly line. Because who is Colonel Worf, his famous brother?
Yeah.
Right? Like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
It would have been better if he had played Moog. But he didn't. He played some unknown dude.
Yeah. Talkmock or something.
Yeah.
General Talkmock.
Yeah, not even the House of... Whatever Worf's real house
The House of Moog.
The House of Moog.
Yes.
Worf, son of Moog.
Yeah. Who, of course, was
the Kinnemer...
discredited and took the fall for the Duras family.
Duras!
Gowron's crazy eyes. So, gameplay out of 10.
Woofta. For me, 4.
Yeah.
But I understand the draw and I see what's up.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
like in my brain, this was a 10 out of 10 game for gameplay for me back in 2000. And it probably was.
Yeah.
I don't remember how to play it.
No, it's rough. It's tough.
It's tough. Like, I beat Mega Man Rockman when it first came out.
Yeah.
I went back and played Rockman. I can't beat the first level anymore. My brain doesn't work that way anymore.
It doesn't work that way anymore.
As we age, they say that your brain begins to overanalyze and overthink things.
You start to lose that plasticity.
And we just have created so many neural connections that to solve a problem now requires so many decisions to be made and things to be considered, whereas as a kid you just kind of do it.
You just do it, yeah.
So
To be fair, we recently lost the creators of Castlevania. He recently passed, so I played his last game, Bloodstained, which is a Castlevania. I believe they call it Metroidvanias.
Yeah.
And I got my ass kicked in that too. So like I'm just not built for these games anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember beating Super Metroid in 1 hour and 52 minutes, and then I remember beating it in 58 minutes as a speed run.
All right, yeah.
And about 58 minutes, some seconds, I was like playing with my brother years and years ago, so let's do a speed run. And I hadn't played in 15 years. And I load up Super Metroid, and I'm like 6 hours in, and I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, I suck at the game. My control scheme is hard because I'm analyzing everything now. I'm applying problem solving tactics that I've learned as an adult to a game that I aced as a kid.
Yeah.
My brain can't do it like that anymore. Maybe I could get back to it, but yeah, it's crazy. I think the gameplay is it's a 4 out of 10. Yeah, it's a rough game. No one ever talks about it.
No, and which is too bad because it's of an era, and it's really, really, we haven't seen a game like this since.
The fan base still exists though, and actually,
I believe it, and they're probably very dedicated, right? The
only reason we could actually play this today is because of the fan base.
Yeah,
because so I tried installing it from the CDs. You can't clone these discs easily because they used a type of DRM that created purposefully created bad sectors on the disc. And so you can't copy the disk because there's bad sectors. Now, there are some programs out there that can bypass bad sectors and just kind of ignore that sector existing. But so me creating ISOs to play this game, my stupid phone, kill my phone. Its do not disturb mode must have stopped. I've never had to cut a video before.
Screen it?
Just turned off. Bring it over. I'll put it on do not disturb. It's just more ad. Oh wait, that's a friggin' spam call too. See, this is why I put my phone on do not disturb. But we timed out. We timed out the do not disturb this time around. Oops. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. Okay. So cut 2. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I can't play these games anymore. I feel like
rough. They're too rough.
So for fun, I mean, you got a few good laughs out of it.
I had such a good time. Like, I want to be very clear. It was Star Trek. I was in charge of a Klingon cruiser.
Yeah.
I was having a blast.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. My name, it was doomed to die in infamy and dishonor, but like
you were, neither of us made the cut at the Klingon Academy.
No, we flunked out quick.
We would have been put on the like the trader duties where you're just, you're flying trading goods because that's all we're good at.
They wouldn't even trust us with that.
We're the Targ farmers.
Yeah, we're the Targ farmers.
Yeah.
There is honor in the Targ farm.
Yeah. Everyone needs a pet Targ.
Warriors gotta eat.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with your assessment, Aaron. I think I have this rich nostalgia for this game.
Yeah, and I understand why people do. Like, it is complex. It is making no apologies for what it wants to do, and it shouldn't. It executed all that very well, but it executed it. It was so dedicated to its execution that it didn't allow room for other sort of iterations or ideas, right?
And so you can't get this game on Good Old Games yet.
Nope.
It's been voted to be added, but it hasn't been added yet.
With that being said, though, Starfleet Command 3, I believe, is on Good Old Games.
It is. Good game. Play it. The fan base that merged all 6 discs into a single ISO so that you could download, install, and play, that is available online. Is it piracy? Is it not piracy? I have a rule around this. If it is available for purchase
and in a playable state,
and you download it, it's piracy. In this case, the game is not purchasable anywhere, as far as I can tell. It's not available in a playable state, even if you own the game, which I do. So it is the fan patch that's available online. Yeah, 6 discs. That's wild, unheard of.
Baldur's Gate was 6 discs.
Yeah.
The first one by our boys here in Edmonton, BioWare.
Yeah, BioWare.
Back when they were something to be proud of.
Yeah. So anyway, Klingon Academy is. I'll probably put it back on the shelf as a nostalgia piece.
Yeah, and it is something that we should all be aware of existing. Like,
it's a cool piece of Star Trek history.
It's a very cool piece of Star Trek history.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Stay tuned. Our next episode will be discussing my nostalgia throwback, which will be Elite
Force, the Voyager FPS.
The Voyager FPS running on, I think, Lift Tech. Either Lift Tech or Unreal. and it was. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll
See you on
sign
the flip
off by
side.
saying
Good luck.
Have fun.
Don't die.
Don't die. And Kapla.
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 All right.
All right. Okay. Cool.
We're good.
Bye.
Bye.